my name is Montserrat Ortiz, and today I will be talking about how and why positive relationships benefit people who suffer from social media addiction. Social media addiction is a new issue that we have begun to see. It has been starting up since the early 2000s, but now is much more relevant and much more exposed to all of the public. Social media addiction does contribute to constant scrolling on the phone or feeling the need to be on one's phone, and typically is seen in a lot of people that have mental health issues. Phones have become a way for people to cope, for people to help their anxiety, their depression, to keep their brain entertained, which are things that are not healthy and are causing many issues. Now, social media in specific does contribute to apps such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, Pinterest, and many more apps. So anything that you can scroll on and see somebody else's information or personal life, that is a form of social media. Many of us use social media to connect with friends, family members, and many people who live on the other side of the world, which is very positive and a great way to get people together as well as get information spread around. Many people have been able to find answers to any questions they may have, including homework answers, medical questions, what they should do with their life, just trying to see what is the next step for them. It has been a great use for people and a great tool, but it's becoming very negative and very toxic, especially as many corporations and many apps make the effort to have people constantly on there. They purposely market things in a way to get you interested to be looking at the app. There's been many studies that show that when you're scrolling on your phone and you see all these bright lights, it very much is similar to looking at slot machines, and it's very much similar to those who have gambling addictions. So we are seeing the same behavior and addiction we already know about, an addiction that's very unhealthy. These issues are continuing and becoming more and more prevalent, especially in those in the younger generations. Currently, someone that is very badly exposed to this would be the Alpha generation, as they grew up with iPads or with phones directly at their face 24/7. Now we are seeing a newer generation, which is going to be, I believe, the generation Beta. This generation is going to be born with phones literally at their hands almost immediately. Now, this is obviously a parenting choice, but we do see many schools using these devices from young ages, which means that even if parents try to fight to not have their kids have screen time is going to at some point be used. Now, screen time is not all that bad. It's just talking about how you manage it. But many people are unable to manage screen time because of social media. If it wasn't for social media, it would be possible that many people wouldn't use their phones as much, or would only use it to contact people or to Google a quick question. With that being said, social media has become more and more toxic to one's own brain because of the lies that we tend to see on there. Now, you may go on your phone and start scrolling on Instagram or scrolling on TikTok or wherever you may scroll and see a bunch of people portraying their lives, and their lives may look perfect. They may look perfect. Every little detail about them will look perfect, even their house. And you will sit there and start to wonder, why doesn't your life look like that? Why don't you have that money? Why isn't your house as clean? And all these questions begin to cloud your brain. And when that begins to happen, we start to have self-doubt, self-hate, and just a whole negative trend begins to form there. And this is why we see a lot of mental health issues arise with the phone. Not only does it cause a physical effect in us, because it does mess with our physical rhythms, it does mess with the lights we are seeing. Our brain is unable to get into a regular circadian rhythm because of phones, but also we're being exposed to things that aren't true, which causes harm to us and insecurity to us, especially those who are of a younger age. Older people tend to have a little more, I wouldn't want to say common sense, but I'll use it in this way, but common sense that these things aren't true and it's okay if you're not in that same place. But younger people are much more vulnerable to these ideas and much more vulnerable to these feelings. Now, the reason why positive relationships are vital to these people and can really help someone get out of that state is because positive relationships really do focus on pushing us to be our better selves, allowing us to feel hurt and be heard. If you're in a positive relationship with someone, whether it be romantically, whether it be a friendship, or even just your family members, you're able to see yourself in a better light, because maybe you might feel down about yourself, But the minute that you vocalize this to someone else, they will help you challenge that feeling. They will help you see that you are a good person. They will help you see what you could do better to be better. These people will challenge you in ways that will help better you. They will be a rock to you. So when you're scrolling on your phone and you're seeing all these people that you feel are better than you, there's someone who can pull you out of that false reality and bring you back to real life. Also, having positive relationships will help you not be on your phone as often, because you're more likely to go out with your friends, be out and about, and to be socializing. We as humans, we are social creatures. Socializing is healthy for us and is vital for us. It is not healthy for us to be on our phone or be at home all day. We did see this a lot with COVID-19. When we were in the pandemic, a lot of people had a really hard time being at home 24/7 and had to at least go on a walk or do something to get out of the house or have many hobbies, because we are social people. We need to go out. We need to interact with other people, both to better ourselves and also to entertain ourselves in healthy ways that aren't going to harm us. When you go out and you talk with a friend and you collaborate with someone else, you're growing your mind, you're challenging yourself, you're enriching yourself. When you sit on your phone and you aimlessly scroll, all you're doing is contributing to an addiction you already have and causing your brain to stop thinking. It also causes us issues when it comes to motivation as well as our attention span, because suddenly we went from being able to have long conversations or wait long periods of time to needing a 10-second video every 10 seconds. And when we don't have it, we're bored, we're anxious, we're unsure of what to do or what to think. I personally have seen these issues in myself, specifically in how I talk. I used to read more, and recently I've been reading less and less. I have found myself having a difficult time writing essays and thinking of words or thinking how to formulate thoughts and how to put things together, which is something I've never really struggled with. But I did notice it's because most of my time is spent on my phone. Yeah, of course I'm reading captions, but it's not the same. I'm not enriching my brain the same way. I limited my education there. I've also noticed that when I don't go out with friends or I don't do much, it's harder for me to go out. The thought of getting up and getting ready, I feel insecure, I don't feel very pretty, I don't feel this, I don't feel that. And once I stop using my phone and I start focusing on what real life is, I start to feel better. I start to be able to go out more, and I start being able to be like my old self. These are just personal examples I've had in myself, but many psychologists do agree with this, and there's many articles out there that go into the exact why, biologically, why these things are affecting us, chemically why these things are affecting us, and how it hurts our brains. But we do know that in our own personal life, we can see the negative aspects coming out. We can see the negative habits coming out from using too much social media. Overall, positive relationships, having people by your side, will help you challenge this, will help you be a better person, and will help you move on from any type of suffering or unattention. All your attention on your phone will be removed if you have healthy relationships around you, because you have things to entertain you correctly. But yeah, that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much.